What does it mean to bring a book to life, right? What does it mean to bring literature to life? I was always curious about that, and that's, I think, what excites me. It also excites me working with writing like Ta-Nehisi Coates. It was important for me to tell this story now, whether it was sit on 125th Street and talk to everybody I could about the book, or figure out a way to make art with it, or figure out a way to have a larger conversation. And I think what this does is does a little bit of both.
Son, I write to you in your 15th year. I'm writing you because this was the year you saw Eric Garner choked to death for selling cigarettes. Because you know now that Renisha McBride was shot for seeking help. That John Crawford was shot for browsing a department store.
The structure of the adaptation is that we've got the actors, our readers, are reading off the page, and that's very important. It wasn't a conceit to make a play, right? It's about how do we use the elements of theater to elevate and illuminate moments from the book, right? So we're using projection design. We obviously have Jason Moran as a composer. What Jason is able to do as a musician is when he builds music, it's not about building a piece of music, but it's using an instrument to communicate an emotion.
Anytime you have actors with a lot of text, and dense text as well, as dense as this text is for this reading, then it's best to leave a lot of space. So I'm leaving tons of space until the moments when you shift it into overdrive.
Sundays Mahalia played familiar ways like the way she knelt and prayed. Will a master forgive us? Her trespasses had us real afraid. I never listened, but I still obeyed. I got to see how Philly played at such an early age. When my father was into, sent him to his early grave. The mom started chasing that bass like Willie Mays. My childhood was all of 40 nights and 40 days. Trouble was my ball and chain.
Billy, Stevie, need to hear them songs. Sometimes to believe me, who breed me? Lincoln a Cadillac, drinking a battle rap. So is it Godspeed that we travel at? Endangered in our own habitat. Them guns and dope, man, y'all can have it back. As a matter of fact, we them lab rats. You built the project for, now you want your hood back.
I think this body of work tells where we've been, but tells where we are, and hopefully like gives us some guidance to where we can be.
I am speaking to you as I always have, as the sober and serious man I have always wanted you to be, who does not apologize for his human feelings, who does not make excuses for his height, his long arms, his beautiful smile. You're growing into consciousness, and my wish for you is that you feel no need to constrict yourself to make other people comfortable.
When you write, you're inside of the thing. It's like, you have a kid and your kid goes out in the world. I tried to, write the hell out of it, and then what happens after that is what happens. We have made something down here. We have taken the one-drop rules of dreamers and flipped them. They made us into a race, but we made ourselves into a people.
The way that he was able to be both clinical and poetic in his dissection of race and history, without these honest conversations and without artistic and poetic language to get into this nexus of history in the current political moment, we're not going to make any advancements at all.
Safety was a higher value than justice. I understood what I would not have given back in Baltimore for a line of officers patrolling my route to school. No such officers. Whenever I saw the police, something had already gone wrong. All along I knew that there were some for whom safety was in the schools, portfolios, skyscrapers, ours, men with guns who view us with contempt.
The best thing I ever seen that wasn't on film. It really motivated black people in general to really believe in ourselves and really embrace our history and our culture.
It impacted me personally, being a black person, validating my blackness. I appreciate that greatly.
I'm almost speechless, which rarely ever happens. But this means so much to me. First of all, it's in my house, the Apollo Theater. I'm born and raised in Harlem. It meant so much to me that they referenced Harlem and the way it cloaks you in this sense of protection and also in this sense of you know who you are and why you are.
This is the first time I've ever seen something done like this. I thought all the speakers did great. I thought the writing is phenomenal. It was very, very visual, and it was very, very warm. It was very deeply felt.
I'm a mother of a young black man. Every day I think about these things. Every day I think about the men in my life being on the street. And I'm a mother of a daughter too, but a different type of fear. I think about this every single day my child leaves the house and goes to school.
It's the struggle of raising a black child in America that no one can really define, but he did his best and he wrote about it, and he told the whole world his struggles raising his black son, and how you tell them that you're going to be afraid and people hate you, but you still have to live.